YouTube React City here. I'm Paul.
I'm Rose.
I'm Niquey.
And this is the Reactcast, number 22. So, a lot of interesting happenings last week. We're really getting into Mob Psycho, stuff like that. And we actually got a fun fact out of Mob Psycho. Comments that I saw that was pointing something out about this scene where Mob saw Suzuomi. Or rather, she had the snot and stuff. Now, I'm just going to go forward in this and then... Yeah, right here. If you look at Suzuomi's face, it's how she actually looks. Her eyes are smaller.
She looks slightly different.
You don't have to watch the whole scene, we can talk over this.
Okay.
Just look at her face. And now wait for when Mob shows up.
Okay.
When Mob shows up, her eyes are bigger again.
Oh.
So someone's pointing
like
out
a doll-ish version.
a
of
dollish
her.
version. So someone's pointing out her face actually, the way we see it, is through how Mob sees it. He's not seeing her for how she actually appears.
Oh.
Kind of how the people next to her usually have like the fruit on their head or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't actually look like that. She actually looks different than how he sees her in her head.
Interesting.
So I had to put it up side by side. It's kind of hard to do it here.
Yeah,
Realistic
she looks
eye proportions.
like a normal character in this anime.
Massive eyes.
Oh my gosh, and it blue and everything.
Super
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time we were watching the show, I was trying to keep an eye out for that, but it didn't really focus on her too much. Except for the scene where Dimple was saying, you never really had a chance with her, and she was walking by, stuff like that. She looked a little bit different, but it wasn't significant to where it was like this.
Yeah. I did kind of notice, like, it would occur to me sometimes that she looks like a person in, like, you know, like more average every now and again, but then it would just like leave my mind and I'd never like think about it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is the most pronounced it is in the whole series.
Oh.
Because we really don't see her through season 1 and season 2.
Yeah.
I don't think we see her at all in season 2.
In season, I think we see Mob looking at her from afar. I think.
Stalker.
Not like that. They were at school. But yeah.
So for the news segment, big news. So Love is War. We already talked about how they had auditions for the new artists to work with the person who created it on a new manga. Turns out it was just the first step. So he is actually retiring from drawing manga at all. He will still be working on manga, but he'll just be doing the writing itself.
Okay.
He'll only ever have somebody else do the drawing for him from now on.
Okay.
Oh, good for him.
And good for him. He says he still wants to
Delegate.
do it as a hobby. Yeah.
Yes. Draw when you feel like it.
So I just brought up some of these stills so you can look at his art. This is a comedic scene, obviously.
Cute.
It's very light,
It is very
but
normal.
detailed around the important people. I do think the backgrounds are a bit more bare than I'm used to, but that's fine. So we'll never see that again.
Yeah. Anime only people over here. But yeah.
Yeah, I was actually curious if you had any thoughts on that because I know you enjoy the anime.
The art looks pretty much. Is this his art
This
or
is
is
it. This is from the manga.
Okay, because I was about to say it looks pretty. It looks spot on, perfect.
Oh.
I was like, oh, these new artists are doing great. But yeah, I'm not too worried about the differences because again, I'm anime only, so I'm pretty much gonna get the same visually the same content anyway. So.
Other than Titana bow forehead.
Oh yeah, that I did see that.
Is that something that's also going on in the anime?
No, the anime hasn't come back yet. I don't think.
Well, no, I just was wondering if there was something that you could notice if you're watching the show.
Not
But
like that.
This is just a scene.
The art. These are the differences, right?
This is how it started, and this is how it ended. He's talking
Okay,
about.
Yeah,
I was about to say.
why are they mashing?
I was about to say
random
this does
scenes.
look way better. If
I
this
like
is the
this
original.
side, yeah.
And I was gonna say, I'm gonna miss the original art if it looks
So
like that.
which one is the what is what?
This is the same person. This is just how when he started. How it
Oh,
looked.
so he got better and better. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, with practice, everything, right?
Yeah, I really love her hair in this one.
Yeah. If you're listening only, we're looking at the two side panels of where his art style is now and where it used to be.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the middle comparison. I really like the left. Is that left? Yeah.
Which
This?
yeah.
What is this?
That's the
Left.
left
Yeah.
This
side. Directionally challenged people over here. But yeah.
Yeah, very enjoyable. But then also, so One Punch Man. He's also somebody who had a lot of trouble with drawing art. He was heavily mocked for it at first, but it's actually was a a motivator for him because everyone hated on him so much. But then people were like, this is actually a pretty good story, you know?
Yeah, it's like, come on, get better.
A real success story.
Yeah,
and surprisingly, a large amount of mangaka were not very good drawing at first. But yeah.
I guess story beats art in the beginning. Like if you can come with a good story and like mediocre art, they'll take you.
It especially makes sense given that a lot of these come from light novels, so you wouldn't be drawing at all from the beginning. So the industry's probably like, it's fine if you get used to it.
Right, and maybe like they encourage you, okay, good light novel, now make a manga. And they're like, well, I'll draw for the first time today.
Yeah.
But it's a big shock coming out of him is that he is working on a new manga.
A new manga.
Yes, Mob Psycho's coming to an end.
Right.
One Punch Man, we have no idea what's going on with that. But yeah, he's working on this brand new one with the artist who worked on The King of Fighters: A New Beginning. Yeah.
Ooh.
So he won't be actually drawing it, but he's working with the person who's
Okay, can I know his name?
One.
Yeah.
That's actually the creator's name.
One.
Yeah. He never said his full name, I believe.
Oh,
This is amazing. I just want to know his name so that I could follow him forever now. Because he's worked on 2 shows that I really love. And now he's coming with the third. I'm like, anywhere you go, man.
Yeah.
I'm now a true fan.
That's what I'm thinking, because sooner or later it's going to get animated, right?
Yeah.
Everything else gets animated and it's a huge hit.
Yeah.
Mob Psycho, people were like, I'll give it a try. And it somehow got bigger than One Punch Man for a second there.
Yeah.
But
One.
I'm looking at the like front page that we have here, and I just realized how good he is at character design.
Oh my gosh,
like every character, even in like Mob Psycho and One Punch Man, every character is like awesome to look at.
So
And unique.
I just think of the Mob Psycho Friends of Tsubomi. Awesome to look at. I wouldn't call it that, but yeah, they're well designed.
Yes.
I agree.
They do their job.
They do their job.
I can see Saitama in there a little bit in this guy's
I see Zombie Man.
Zombie Man, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
From One Punch Man, he's one of the heroes, Zombie Man.
Yeah, you'll know him as soon as let me bring it up. One Punch Man.
Do you remember watching the OVA where they went to the hot springs in the middle of the winter?
Vaguely.
There it is.
Yeah, they killed him several times there.
Yeah.
I don't know, his face is not familiar. Maybe I didn't watch the OVA. I don't think I watched any of the OVAs. Because I only watched the 2 seasons.
I'm pretty sure we watched it
We
with you.
watched
Really?
one of them with you.
Wait, are we talking about One Punch Man?
One
One
Punch
Punch
Man.
Man.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember him.
Could be his son.
His angrier son.
The funny thing about Zombie Man is he didn't actually know he's a zombie. He had no idea how his powers work. It's just he kept dying and coming back. That's all he knows. And so every time he dies, like, oh, it worked. All right, whatever's happening keeps happening, I guess.
He's a hero, he said.
He's a hero.
Good.
He's a detective kind of hero.
Yeah, he's one of the top heroes.
So let me read you a little bit about this world, which one day we're going to watch, because I'm telling you it's going to get
The
animated.
new manga.
The magazine describes manga as being set in a fantasy world where humans have been invaded and oppressed for hundreds of years by their natural enemy, the demons. The demons are led by one Dark Lord and 47 generals. 47! And throughout the time, humans have gathered from their own number 47 heroes who are marshalling the forces to fight off the demons. And that is what lends to the title, Versus, I believe. I thought I saw it a second
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
Versus.
Versus.
Just 47 of them? The whole human race?
No,
Just 47?
47 heroes. Oh, yeah.
Just 47 though.
Yeah, because they're top tier. Maybe they're like hundreds that are nearly there, but not quite good enough.
Don't have resources for 48. It's too far.
It's too much.
and they need to make sure the battle is fair against these demons that have been oppressing them. Justice. Justice.
I was actually fairly excited once I saw that because One Punch Man has a lot of really interesting characters who go up against like their counter, and so does Mob Psycho. So you were just talking about character design. He's gonna have almost 100 characters combined.
47. Oh my gosh.
Very interesting. But he's only just starting working on it now. There's no set time for when this is coming out, but we already have the poster, so I can't imagine it'll be too long for you manga readers.
I'm surprised that if there's like not a lot done already for them to be teasing it so much already.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just have faith in this
26, November 26th, yeah. First issue.
How did you recognize that as a date?
Well, I saw that
Good
down
job.
there. Figured it might be the date.
You're exactly good job. I'm so proud of you.
You can read Japanese.
I was gonna say.
Read to me this thing now.
And the angel's light descent.
Can you imagine?
That's exactly what it was. But there's one more big piece of news, and that is we finally have official date for Vinland Saga.
Oh!
And it's not on Amazon Prime. It will be on Netflix and Crunchyroll.
We have a skip intro button.
Yes.
Yay!
Season 2, January 9th.
Oh,
that's top of the year. Nice. I thought like if they were gonna announce it now, it'd be like mid 2023 or something. This is good.
We knew it was coming out January before, but
that looked like Escalade in the top.
Yeah, this guy
left.
Top
left.
Top
Yes.
left.
That is left.
Yes.
Okay. This guy looks like. Remember we saw. I don't remember if it was the trailer or like the end scene of the season. Somebody looking like this guy. The guy for the far left.
He had longer hair.
Near the bottom. With the cowlick, looking down at his palm.
A lot of
new characters. Do you think that's Thorfinn on the right?
I think that's
right
Thorfinn.
middle. This one. That makes more sense.
This guy is the part of the assassins who hired Escalade.
Oh,
that guy.
Oh, I know who you're talking.
Big tall blonde guy.
Yeah, are you sure that's him?
I think that's him.
Someone hired
Is he still alive? Yeah.
The first time
he went to get Thor.
Not him, that's not him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of characters here we don't know. But I mean, I've said it before. Vinland Saga was one of my favorite anime I've ever seen, and I hope the same thing again. Yes, the guy just cut off.
Just the head. Just the head.
You don't make it big time.
Hey, what studio is doing it?
Oh, nice.
I think the people. Yeah, Wit's Attack on Titan, right?
Wit's Attack on Titan. There's Spy Family. I forgot the other one. But yeah.
Yeah, they had to drop Attack on Titan to do Vinland Saga.
Wait, it says what's that about?
What is up?
Second season.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 2022. Okay. I thought it was saying it was going next year, July. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but I think it's the right move to move it off of Amazon Prime because as good as Amazon Prime is, it just doesn't have a whole lot of traction. And
it's good.
I was going to say that.
Like, as a deal.
Oh,
like,
yeah, because you get it with
shows.
everything. Yeah. Plus, Amazon Prime is a great deal. Yes, true.
It's kind of like, like the Twitch sub is a good deal, but if people didn't have shoved in their face, they wouldn't guess that they had that kind of thing. Vinland Saga is right. It's there. It's a great show, but most people don't know it's there unless you shove it in their face.
Yeah.
I've spoken to so many anime fans in just chats, and they're just like, wait, what's that show? Oh, yeah, that looks like a pretty good show. Never watched it. Just because.
Just because it was not available.
It has to be in their face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix is really trying to come up in these shows because they have a lot of K-drama now too.
They're grabbing on all the anime.
Grabbing animes. They're trying to be relevant again.
They are doing better stock-wise, I think. They were getting better. I don't know if it's dipped again.
Yeah,
I haven't checked. It's just what I was hearing about.
I didn't include it in the last podcast, but they had done very well in the previous quarter. Yeah. Surprising, given that all the anti-consumer stuff that they had been doing, but they actually grew.
Yeah.
So,
well, it was like a momentary, like an initial dip of like, and then people were like, nah, I need to binge.
Yeah.
I'm coming back Netflix.
Yeah.
I'll pay for 4 accounts.
Yeah, it's like you've got the informed crowd, right? And they will hit you with that initial dip or the outrage, but at the end of the day, Netflix has so much content you can't afford to not watch, but people want their entertainment.
Yeah. They'll pay even if they're upset. It's kind of like, go ahead.
They have a lot of exclusives too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's kind of like it's. I wouldn't say it's a monopoly, but they could almost be because they were the first, so they had a lot of people join them first, and now other people are starting to pick up a little bit, but they're still, if they keep with innovating and making themselves, I guess, attractive, they'll keep ahead. So I guess they're still doing well. Yeah. Good for them. Good for them.
Like on Sundays, we like to show movies to our parents on Roku TV, and the amount of different channels that there are, because you'll go in to try to find a movie and then you look it up online and say this movie is only available on this streaming service for free, and there's like 95 different channels when you go into the Roku box. It's just so many options, and Netflix has such a leading leading spot that no one can really touch them.
No.
So even if you want to complain, it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. I think we had this conversation. I don't remember if we had it on a podcast or just amongst ourselves.
Maybe both.
The conversation over like the question between like, should I fight for one company, like one streaming service, or like allow the sea of streaming services that is coming up and continuing forever to continue, like, because on the one hand it helps to keep competition to keep prices down.
That and innovation.
It makes people strive more versus
makes companies want to please us consumers, which we benefit from.
Exactly, but on the other hand, you end up paying a whole lot more to get like all the shows you want to see, because you have to. No. If you have so many, because you have to pay for all of them. You have to pay for all of them to get all the shows, like, especially if you're like a connoisseur, quote unquote, of like all the different animes, the different shows, K-dramas, everything you want to see, and you have to go to all these different places to get everything. You pay a lot. Versus if there was just one or few, you pay less because you only have a few you're subscribed to. So it's like a give and take. You know, what do you want in life? I don't know.
No, not wrong. And yeah, it's like, do you want to make 400 pit stops, or just want to buy the bullet, let that one guy control the world? Well, just one stop. It's like convenience, you know?
Yes. I think it's the age-old, I guess, not argument.
Catch-22?
Sure. I'm just saying it was a question many years ago that came up. It was a question that came up many years ago between privacy and security. You pay if you want more privacy or security, you have to give up some of your privacy. That kind of like, or if you want more privacy, you're not gonna have as much security because you're responsible for it. It's like people putting money under their mattress; they don't get interest. You know, it's not in the bank. So it's like you gotta make a decision, give and take.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So the next question would be: this is a fun little game. Do you have in your head a favorite character design that you've ever seen in an anime? Best looking character you've ever seen.
Best looking character.
I think I do, but it's not like it's not coming to my head who it is. I have seen one that I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, I think it might have been in Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer had, for me, when I first watched Demon Slayer, was the first time I saw like such intricacy in like all the characters.
Every single one of them.
Yeah, everybody was interesting. I don't know who would be my favorite though. Favorite design.
Ginyu, maybe?
Who?
I don't think that's his name. Gyu?
Oh, Gyu.
Gyu? I forget who Gyu is.
He's a water apprentice. He's the one who...
He's the one who's cool.
He was like...
He
doesn't have any friends.
Doesn't have any friends. Right.
That's what you remember.
Oh, no, it wasn't her. It was the butterfly. Him, sorry. Because I was thinking of the person. It's the girl, the butterfly girl. Not
Shinobu.
The older one, the one that talks. Not the young one.
Oh,
the not, she's not a... Is she the butterfly one?
She's a butterfly.
Yeah, she's
okay,
butterfly.
yeah. Insect woman.
Yeah, Shinobu.
Yes, I really like her design. I loved her the way she fights, her movement, how they draw her movement with her design, everything in mind, and her way of fighting. Like she can't, like, I think she's the one, she can't actually cut your head off.
Yeah.
She has to like poison and like slash you or something. Yeah, I loved her design and everything about her character and her look, everything. At first I was upset because she wasn't nice at first.
You know, I starting to think about it. She has a terrible sword.
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
Why? But why though?
Because she's weak or something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be light, but like...
Just in case.
How weak are... It's a katana.
No, she's weak. Remember, because even...
Katanas are very light. Or at least relatively light for swords.
So you mean she shouldn't have a katana at all?
No, I'm like, how much lighter do you need it? How weak are you?
Oh, she's just weak. I think it lends itself even more to the fact that she's an insect. You know, little insects, they're so fragile, you know, but they can be potent if they bite you sometimes, right? And I think her design is just like well thought out.
Yeah,
I like it.
The eyes in that show trip me out sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think I got used to
100%.
Oh my gosh.
No rhyme or reason to any of this.
No.
Look at this nonsense.
Look at this face. Oh my gosh.
According to species right there.
Her name's Shinobu, you said.
Shinobu.
Oh my gosh, there's a shipping wiki? Is that what the link says?
Oh my gosh.
The Butterfly Girls. Oh, they got a squad.
They have a squad. Okay.
Sure.
I don't remember that one.
That's the oldest sister, I think.
Yeah, that is. She passed.
Oh, okay. She did have pretty eyes too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember her. Okay. Now I know who everybody is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember she was like, "You have a pretty smile" or something, and her thing was when she came, the fans were like, "Man, she has such great eyes," but then they saw her and like, "Oh!" Because she was like, "My sister had better eyes" or whatever, and like, "Oh yeah," as if, "Oh."
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I guess we put that for your favorite. Do you have one? Because I'm kind of buying time.
I think you're both buying time.
I am buying time. I'm trying to I'm sorting through
You
like
have too
the
many to
file
think
of like
through.
all of the animes I've ever seen. I'm
I
trying
have
to
less
think.
to think through.
Let me just. I think, you know which one I like?
What's that?
I like. It's really simple. Millie from Trigun.
Really?
Yeah. For some reason, I like how her giant frame betrays her personality, and then she also just pulls out this giant machine gun,
Oh, that's a cool
railgun rather.
Ah, very nice art.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I really like her character design.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and especially for the time period, right?
Mm.
Took a big
Very
process.
dainty.
Slender
Sailor
and
Moon.
dainty. Yeah.
They're all Sailor Moons.
Yes, exactly.
Little toothpicks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm surprised that takes your top spot, but I know she was one of your favorite characters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it takes a top spot. I just can't.
I
I'm
think
blanking on
else.
everybody else. Ooh, I also like Anya's design. She's just so cute. Anya from Spy Family. Yeah.
Oh, the
Although
little girl.
I think I like her personality design most. Look at that face. The
That's
smile.
one of their favorite
Oh, it's
meme
great.
faces.
Yeah. I think I just like her character, not necessarily her design, but I like her hair. It's like a cupcake.
What are these little things on her hair? These side things.
I think they're like
Yamkas.
receptors.
What?
Because she's telepathic.
Oh.
Telepathic.
She's hiding her antennas.
Mm-hmm.
Did no one notice that she has these?
They never question it, I guess.
Okay.
They just think she's trying to style.
I would have thought that.
But they try to wash her hair and like, no, you can't touch those. What's going on here? Weirdly enough, I kept trying to think of one for me, and there's two people that keep coming up. Goku, despite Goku's design being very simple, I'm talking the turtle uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Turtle school uniform, rather. Showing the young one, but this one, adult Goku in that uniform is iconic.
It is a can.
It's not iconic, it's iconic. Beautiful. But then also, I've never actually seen the anime, Gundam. This one.
The Gundam.
I don't know the name of the person who drives it. It's the RX-78-2. That Gundam is beautiful.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. Fantastic.
Fanboying over this design.
Mech.
Incredible.
He's a mech guy all of a sudden.
I've never been a Gundam person.
I know nothing about them.
You know nothing about it.
No, I just know that design is iconic, and I love it.
I do like the head.
You know they built a real one in Japan?
Oh, really?
It's a statue, but it moves.
Oh, I think I do know about
It's
this.
25 tons.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
humongous.
Moves very slowly, but it does move. It's 60 feet tall.
Oh my gosh.
Who had the time?
Right?
And the money.
And the money.
And the will. But yeah. Of all those, I guess we could talk about which one is the most iconic out of all of them, but I'd rather us get to Rose Rants.
Rose Rants.
Yes. So what have you been watching, Rose?
I recently finished the third episode of the year-long saga of watching what was it?
Oh yeah.
The Ancient Magnus's Bride
I'd like to.
OVA episode 3.
Oh, is that the end one?
The end?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I hope so, actually. Oh yes, it is the end. I think they did say that it was coming back in season 2.
Wait,
so
what?
it wasn't season 2. It was just
a really
OVA,
long
I guess.
OVA, 3 parts.
Okay.
3-part OVA.
Over a year.
absurd. But, I finally got around to watching the 3rd episode, and it was not worth the wait. I don't know. It wasn't that it was disappointing. It was still a good... It's still a good 3-episode story. It's just I had to wait so long for it.
That your expectations kept rising with the days that passed.
Exactly. It's like, you should be paying me by now of the patience that it's taken.
Yeah.
But it was a cool story. Introduced a new, I'm guessing, OVA only character just to pop in, say hello, do things, and leave. But it also intros to the main character going to college now. So in season 2, I'm thinking that's probably where we're gonna start off.
Okay.
Which
Magnus'
is
bride?
the ancient Magnus's bride. It's a really cute story. A little weird, honestly, but it's magic. Magic!
I've heard people say similarly that the story, even though it's like from the perspective of the viewer, is a cute story. If you were like entering the situation, it would seem like a hostage situation or something like that. Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is weird. I was like, I don't know how to explain it without spoiling anything. But anyway, she's super special. Something special about magic about her. I still haven't understood the full explanation of it. I'm sure somebody can tell me, but I can't tell me, so we have a problem.
I can't tell me.
Just know that she's special, and he gets her because she was being sold or something, and he buys her. So then the story continues from there, and they end up actually like cultivating a friendship. He's not mean or anything. He's actually quite nice to her from the get-go. It is just weird that it's like, is this a romance? Is this a father-daughter thing? Because he's like hundreds of thousands of years old and she's like 16. Maybe 16, 15, I don't know. It's anime. You can't really tell. But she's going into college now in season 2, which is great.
Okay.
Well, the secondary thing that I keep hearing from people is that, like you're saying, that makes it weird. He kind of is, from the way it's been described, he doesn't know very much about being an adult, responsible adult or something like that. So she has to kind of like teach him, something like that.
No.
No?
He's personality-wise, he's very a mature person, and again, he's been around for a very long time.
He understands how to be human and all that.
Yes. He's rough here and there. He interacts more with other people who are into magic, so other people who are eccentric and weird like him. So there's little things where he's like, he doesn't really get socially, I guess.
So he might not be completely down to earth, but he fits into his crowd.
He's figuring out
how
to interact with her and to have an actual friendship.
Okay.
You said be rough a couple of times. Like, describe rough. Like, how bad is this?
He's not rough as in... It's rough as in, like, he tries to do something and it comes off a different way.
Okay.
Kind of thing. He's not rough as in aggressive.
Physically.
He doesn't have tact.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Yeah. So, if you were to, like, sit someone down to watch this anime, now they don't have to do any of that waiting, would they enjoy it?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Okay.
It was a nice story, well rounded out. Friendship wins in the end. Kind of, maybe. Actually, it's kind of left up in the air at the end whether like the last action that the person did was for friendship or was it for selfish reasons.
Oh, okay.
But the viewer can dream, I guess, in the end. It's not bad like that. It's not that.
No, I don't want to dream. I want to be told.
Yeah, she wants satisfaction.
I want satisfaction.
Oh, that could have. Okay, then. And I had one more thing. So it's actually reminiscent of how Code Geass fans, they were telling us in the Discord how after season 1 ended, they just had to wait to figure out what happened to the Lose. Because remember, it ends up drawing on each other.
Oh.
And that's it. And it's an anime only. So there's no manga to read of what happened or anything like that. And they had to wait, I think they said...
Like a year and a half or 8 months?
Something between either 8 months or a year. It was a really long time.
Yeah, I would have hated that.
Yeah.
I would have totally hated that.
I think your situation is worse.
No, not at all.
But you said you had like one episode, and then like a year later, 2 episodes. Like a year later, now you get the 3rd episode.
Not a year. It's like over the course of a year. They released 3 episodes.
Okay. Yeah, not quite as bad.
There's 3 episodes that's supposed to be 1 OVA, right?
It's 1 OVA story.
Like a keto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Been watching anything else?
I recently started watching again Spy Family because I didn't know that season 2 had come out already.
Oh.
There's 5 episodes out right now.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah. I was expecting it. I thought it was going to come out in 2023. I don't know why April 2023 was in my head for that anime. But it's out right now, and I just finished the 1st episode.
Okay.
Good?
Yes. I missed all of the characters.
I thought I saw you watching it because like, that looks like Spy Family when I walked by.
Yeah, and the only reason I ended up knowing was because I was watching a different anime, and somebody in the comments were like, this anime is so underrated. Who needs My Hero Academia, something else, and Spy Family? Give me this anime. And of course somebody else in the comments based. But but I was like, they're talking about it like it's back already because they were talking about animes in this season.
Oh,
I was watching Pop Te Pipiku. It's a super random comedy anime, but it's hilarious. It's so random. It's such a random anime. But anyway, that was in their comments, and I ended up seeing that Spy Family was back.
Oh,
that's good. That's good. I know you loved it, but that actually reminds me of the fact that you know what else is back, and we have been watching.
What?
Isekai Oji-san.
It's back already?
Yeah, it was supposed to be back in August.
Oh really?
I guess that's the danger of when you restart your anime.
Yes, that's the danger of weekly.
Yeah.
See? Because you just forget sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you just continue to forget.
Yeah. And they're bringing it back specifically because
they wanted the momentum. Yeah. So nobody. How did they not like announce more loudly?
Well, we weren't exactly listening anyway.
We probably did.
Okay.
That's why I actually subscribed to Crunchyroll in the first place.
To get the announcements.
Yeah, because I saw Vinland Saga was coming back on my recommended when I was watching something else. I was like, wait, what? And looked over here and it's like, Crunchyroll, yeah, we just do this, we put this out. So I subscribed, and the next day my page is littered with 30 different clips of different shows.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to say don't subscribe to Crunchyroll because they might sponsor us one day. So. Yeah, but speaking of, you brought My Hero Academia in that there. So we actually had a question from podcast episode 19 from King of Heroes. King of Heroes has become kind of like a mainstay. He keeps commenting to help us with the algorithm.
Yeah, it was
Thanks,
Thank you very much
man.
for that.
This is for the algorithm.
So he was saying, because we were talking about My Hero and how he felt like it wasn't really going anywhere, back then at least. And he said, I feel MHA suffers from having too many underused characters. Too many training arcs, school stuff, hyping up adult heroes who do nothing and feel like cannon fodder. It also suffers from having the interesting characters be side characters, and having the uninteresting characters be in the main cast. For example, Mineta, Tailman, the Karate Guy, Animal Boy, etc. And Inasa, the Windquirk guy from the training arc, the special license thing, was hyped up to be a prodigy even better than Todoroki. Yet he never appeared again after the hero license arc.
Oh my gosh.
And currently, I'm reading the manga for the final arc, and he still hasn't shown.
I completely forgot about that guy.
Me too.
He's the one. Was he the one that was like all, like the both of them
He hates
ended up
Todoroki.
fighing?
He hated Todoroki.
Yeah.
Because he hated his dad.
Right. And they ended up not getting their license together.
Yeah.
They lost together.
They ended up friends eventually, of course. But
Friends-ish.
Ish.
Yeah.
He's from the second
like a-
school.
Like a Bakugo Deku
Oh, it's like
situation.
frenemy thing. Well, kind of not. Not
A
even
little
frenemy.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
Baku
better.
Deku is quite weird.
Yeah. Bakugo, I believe, would kill him in his sleep. I'm
Think
kidding.
so.
He wouldn't do that. No. But, like, the wind guy is like, oh, I can't wait to see you again because he flips on a dime. Todoroki, he means no ill will, but he's not, like, reciprocal of that warmth, you know?
That's true.
But Yes, so I was just saying here, we all had similar feelings earlier on in the seasons and in the first couple episodes that they were dragging. But do you agree that these are the core issues, the stuff that he listed there? Because right now we're on a high, so it might turn up even further. It's kind of on a roll right now where it can't really go back down the hill. I was already talking about in the last episode that if they start going down the hill, they will never get momentum back.
No.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The interesting comments, I didn't think about that. That's actually, that's quite true. Like, thinking about the adult heroes that are like, oh, they're amazing adult, that's why they're teaching here, never does anything. But some of them, I think they've done the fight at the first big villain invasion, like in the first
episode
season.
12.
Right? Oh, you actually know the episode. We see them fight there, and then of course this latest season we get to finally see like everybody coming in. Maybe they just have a plan to do it eventually, and I don't know.
I don't know about anything he says. The too many training arcs, I will agree with that. Like, I think we just got to the point where it's like one or two too many training arcs.
There's a lot.
Last season, yes. Not enough tournament arcs, but having too many underused characters, I don't know about that. Especially the thing that he says with the uninteresting characters being in the main cast and the more interesting ones being in the back. I kind of like that for animes though, because for the main character isn't always best friends with, like in real life, like the prodigy isn't always best friends with the most interesting people.
Yeah,
you know. So having more interesting people like out there in the world is it. I don't know. I like that.
I like that
for like world-ing. Instead of just all of the interesting people are in this one place and it's like
everybody else is playing.
Yeah, and then you're constantly like, why don't you call these people?
Yeah.
Why don't you just give up your pride and call them? You know. But like having useful people doing. In your mind, they're doing things somewhere, you know. But the adults also being useless. Again, I haven't seen that. I feel like they've justified the existence of all of the adult heroes that I've seen.
But consistently though,
yeah,
I feel like I see them introduced and they get a little backstory. Maybe I'm just not remembering. I don't have as good a memory of it, like the details. I feel like I see that, oh yeah, that person's really great, does a great thing, and then they're there now. They're in our lives. But I don't really see them, I guess, do great things again. I don't know. Like consistently, you know? Like to see them like they're always working. Like main character does that. Main characters or more close to main characters, people are like that. Can you think of like examples?
Well, like with, I almost called him Lacquer Guy, the Wood Hero guy. We hear, like sometimes when they're just talking, when they decide to have the TV on in the background and they show the news, you hear about the heroes doing certain things, this and that. And then even with the internship things that they did with the heroes, it kind of showed you what heroes do when we don't see them. Basically, they're either fighting crime, training, or doing advertisements. Basically.
True.
For me, that told me, okay, they are off doing things. And then we get to see Endeavor's perspective right at the end of seasons 5. That he's just off doing things all the time. Like people cannot keep up with him, literally. And he has a bunch of other heroes in his agency doing things all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that I kind of like the idea of having better people out there who aren't on a main cast.
That's what I wanted to comment on.
Mainly because I see it in an anime a lot where the new group of people, just go right back to Naruto because I can't think of someone else as quickly. The next generation is almost always insanely overpowered, at least to me. Like, the guys who are training you can't fight the guys who are coming up, and these are like 15-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Or even we're just talking about Gundam. Like, all the Gundam pilots are young people, for instance, you know, stuff like that. Again, I haven't watched Gundam, so that might be wrong. But basically, I get that trend in anime where, for some reason, the main character and his friends are always so much stronger than everybody else. And while I do enjoy watching the animes, it still gives me that little tick in the back of my mind. It's like, why is it that these guys are so much stronger? Or that the kids are always so much stronger than everyone else? So I do kind of like the idea of having, like, one quirk guy who's just out there doing his own thing. it does bring up the question of why we won't see him in the
Ever?
the raid that's going on right now.
Oh yeah.
Because they're attacking everywhere in Japan. Why would he not be here?
Not there? Yeah.
He was famous.
Well, we know he didn't get his license, but he should have at least been back with.
Yeah,
Todoroki
provisional. He got a provisional license.
He did get
well.
provisional, right?
Yeah.
And he was also one of the people, one of the few who were invited to the school.
Oh, okay.
Through pure talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he was also being mentored by one of them. I don't remember who.
He was Gang Orca, I believe.
Gang Orca? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's good as Todoroki, and Todoroki's out here in the field evacuating people, so why isn't he here?
Yeah.
But for the adults thing, I kind of agree with him a little bit, because we did see in the first season where the invasion, where all those guys came in, we saw like the gun dude, right, who could shoot to a long distance. We saw the black hole person, and they're kind of helping here right now in this raid. But earlier on in the season, they also had that teacher heroes versus the students thing, and the students were able to beat the teachers. Remember that? They were wearing like weights or whatever to slow them down.
Don't quite remember.
It didn't do a whole lot, but but it's just I got that feeling that again the kids are somehow way better than the adults. I know that they were saying that they're being held back, but we never really got a chance after that to see some of the teachers be above and beyond, other than Eraserhead and All Might. But he's All Might. He's literally Superman, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I go as far to say they feel like cannon fodder, but I do get the feeling that they're not as strong as you'd think they would be given the people that they're training. Mm-hmm. At the same time, you've got to keep in your mind the singularity theory that's going on, where there is a running plot of the kids who come next are always way stronger than the adults.
Right. Mm-hmm. So that is technically, like, even though it's a thing that you don't like to see in anime, that's the thing
it's
for this anime. Canon. This is the canon.
Yeah.
I wanted to comment really quick before you go on the thing where, oh gosh, come back. What was the first thing you commented on?
I was saying that I liked that some of the people who weren't.
People who are not main characters are really strong. Mm-hmm. I do kind of like that. I like that idea. It's not something I picked up on to be like conscious of, but like I do like that idea of having world building. And I was thinking maybe this person, King of Heroes, is seeing this and he's feeling annoyed by it. Perhaps it's just the author kind of like, I don't know, expressing his creative liberties, but in a boundaries that the producers will allow. Like the producers want the story to go the direction that they agreed on, but he's like, I really want to stretch my wings, and he wants to make all these characters
artists.
And so he's like expressing himself in everybody else around that are not as important. So that he can get away with it. So he can make like all the crazy character designs, like, oh, he's super strong. Okay, I have to give him a weakness so he's not on our team, you know, kind of thing. So I think that might be what's working on it. And I do kind of like, I do agree with you guys that I like that idea of like, just build the world, you know, there's other things going on around our main character.
We're saying something?
I'm trying to remember now.
I'm sorry.
It's gone. Right, the thing with, I don't know about the cannon fodder thing. Oh, it's leaving as I'm speaking. Something about felt reassured whenever we saw the adult heroes come in. But I'm trying to remember what situation.
Oh, when the kids tried to sneak in to the factory, and then the adults came and they broke in.
Yes, something like that. Yeah. I think.
All for One's going to kill everyone. Yeah.
Whenever the adult heroes did come in, I always. Like, it did feel like they had the situation under control. Mm-hmm. And the counter to them feeling useless is that the kids were always together. We never really had one kid up against one hero go well. One kid up against one villain go well. Whereas if we had one adult hero up against one villain, we'd feel more reassured.
So it's not a fair comparison. Yeah. The kids are an army walking around.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Or the kids end up being alone for one reason or another, so they have to handle the situation.
Yeah, like Stain.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
And they barely
thinking.
survived Stain.
Yeah.
In fact, they didn't. Someone did come and help them.
Yeah.
What's his name? Gran Torino had to come save them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
One last thing I wanted to comment on something you said about having all the strong people in one little circle. I think that's what we're talking about.
The generations seem to be cloistered to power. It's just, all my friends are the greatest.
I think that was I can't remember I'm not sure if it was exactly that, but I like the idea of how they developed Deku, where he immediately got inherited all for all, but he couldn't control it, and it had to be like a climb for him. But on the other hand, I'm not sure how much I like how long it's taking for him to get stronger. I feel like it's a part of the journey. Is this show is his journey of becoming number one hero. But it's like, especially I felt it also with the seasons that we're dragging as well. Where it's, come on, Deku, get stronger again, get super boost.
Yeah.
So I do like the idea of like him not being the best, but he's supposed to be the best. Like it's I'm looking forward to this moment of shining. It's kind of like showing off your gem to somebody we get a witness. Yes, gets strong power. But yeah, that's just a
part of the issue with that could be the fact that this is My Hero Academia. It's My Hero Academy. It's not. We're not supposed to see the final form of Deku ever.
Yeah. Oh.
Like not ever, but I mean like the very last thing you should see
is him.
Is this kid graduating.
Yeah.
So the
true.
whole time period behind is technically a training arc.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't mean you have to like it or anything.
High school animes are training arcs confirmed.
Yeah. And I just had another thought on, he's saying there was too many underused characters. I wouldn't go quite that far. I think there are too many characters. Not necessarily that they're underused. And I'm not coming at you, King of Heroes, when I say that, because I actually agree. Like Inasha, Insasa? That was his name?
Maybe it's a typo.
Inasa,
yeah, he absolutely should be here. That is, that's straight up plot hole level. Like, why is he not here? But yeah.
That's true.
You guys have anything else other than that?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
All right. Well, guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, if you like your time here, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Remember, check out that Patreon down below if you guys want to see these episodes 4 weeks ahead if you want to get up on the podcast. And also, there should be a new show out right now. Pretty sure it's going to be Tanya the Evil based on the current votes.
Yeah.
There's like 6 votes total right now. People just do not want to vote.
Come on,
but Tanya is going to win right now. So thank you guys very much. We'll see you in the city. Goodbye.
Bye.